This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Flowers now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Trying to throw here out of the gun. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw here on 1st down. Has it down close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Coming out throwing is Baker. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. On the give, this is Irving. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and short, Mayfield. Gets everything he has under this throw. Going for Higgins, but it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
from the 45 on second down. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And not even able to get back to the 10. That return ends as he is out at the 8. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left, this is Irving. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Right back to Irving now. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
The tackle made back at his own 6-yard line.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Baker now from the gun. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Ravens more than happy to take over in enemy territory. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. His pass is complete, and Zay Flowers. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still sticking with the passing game. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 20-zip lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 21-zip already. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Wow, bringing it out from the back of the end zone here. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Catch made by Bucky Irving. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here. First down, here's Baker. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So it's second down coming up.
Run. Good.
Throwing again is Baker. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. More from Raymond James Stadium. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Offense up to the line fast. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Throwing this back in the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
He sends this one. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Nate Wiggins has got it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he takes this one back for the pick-6. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it. Looks like the Bucs have it. Looks like the Bucs have it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 11. On target to Godwin. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes out to the left. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot play.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Baltimore. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Regular.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up. Baker out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Good.
From the gun, Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long.
Keys. Good.
Mayfield to throw again. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Outright, Cooper's got it. And he's brought down at the line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Ravens with 10 to go still on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Oh, he muffs it. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 38-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. This finds Evans, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
Run.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He's going to push one deep down the right. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Baker now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Irving hauls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Real. What's up?
A final throw before the break. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
What's up?
Here's the give to Irving. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Working quickly here. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. Gets this one to Andrews. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. And choosing to leave the end zone costs him dearly here. He winds up shy of the 20-yard line. They're out and set. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Ravens have it again after yet another interception. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set.
They'll come out throwing. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens tack on 7 more to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's going to be a return from deep in the... He loses it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Levante David. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
What's up?
They give to Irving, left side. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
What's up?
Once again, Irving. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
King. Set.
Mayfield now from the gun. Hits his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 44 here on second down. Fits it through the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Baker now. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. The ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive. Ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense, who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it. A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10, looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Justin Matabike making that stop.
Regular.
No gain on the play. It's now third and less than a yard.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, here's Baker. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers put at least a tiny dent into that lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Flowers now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing from the gun here. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
On the move, headed right. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. Looking for a target. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He connects downfield on 4. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here. From the 35 on 2nd down. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Offense up to the line fast.
Run.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. T. Higgins the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempts coming up. And he won't be able to reach the end zone, so their first 2-point try of the afternoon comes up empty. They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. Oh, and the kicking team's got it. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was two things, Cade. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. Pass taken in by St. Brown. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Irving here from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense in the hurry up here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception.
He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So it'll be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. They left him wide open. It's complete. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Mayfield on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's trying another one deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
This finds Evans complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Baker throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Alert, 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 alert!
To throw, Mayfield. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Mayfield to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Chased out to his right. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This will be caught by Cooper. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Andrews with the catch. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Let's go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Completed here to McCaffrey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They're now set for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's McCaffrey working the sideline. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
65 Jack, 65 Jack.
They are throwing it again. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kicking team out to try the extra points. And the kick is good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker is a kickoff for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good.
Baker now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now with 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Irving on the inside give. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they're able...
Hey, yo, fresh out the... Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo, PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm gonna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that